I'm making hummus, which is really easy to make, so everyone already probably knows how to make it. So this might not even be worth talking about, but it's happening because I don't know what else to make for dinner because I'm missing a lot of ingredients, dinner style ingredients. So I cooked a really ridiculous amount of chickpeas, probably more than you need for hummus. Doesn't take that many. Hey, hey, hey! Hey, Kiwi. Oh no, Kiwonika, a different one. A different Kiwi name. I have this Instant Pot. Do you have one of these? I kind of like them. I used to have a regular pressure cooker, like the one that goes on the stove, you know? But this one that plugs in replaced 3 different things that I had, because I had a rice cooker, and I had a slow cooker, and I had a pressure cooker. And it does all 3, so you don't have to have as much kitchen space. It is the same person? Oh, I knew! You're at a different platform this time. You used to watch on YouTube? Were you on YouTube before? Okay. So, after I cook my beans, I always rinse them because I want to make sure that like all the gross parts get off. Because you know beans, like, if you don't cook them, they're not good for you. Like, you have to cook all the like weird stuff out. I don't know if they're toxins or if it's something else, but I know it has stuff that's not good for you. Kiwi, do you know? Oh, I asked you to? I did? I don't remember. Do you know, what was I gonna ask you? Oh yeah, do you know why we always have to rinse our beans after, what is the stuff that's in the beans that we're trying to get out when we cook them and soak them and all that? There's a word. I don't think it's toxins, I think it's something else. It's not enzyme inhibitors, which I know other stuff has. It might be enzyme inhibitors, but I think it's something else. So see, when I put water in, it gets all like foamy. That's like the stuff you don't want in there, that foamy stuff. It gives you a tummy ache. Kiwi, are you vegan? Trying to do this without wasting any, but sometimes they come out. Sometimes they try to pour out. Oh, you're not vegan? Oh, that's probably why you don't know. Not yet? Are you working towards being vegan? And if so, do you have any questions about it? About veganism? Or things that you want to eat that you're unsure about? I don't pretend to be an expert on the topic. Kimmy actually knows more about nutrition than I do, but I have been vegan for a pretty long time. Oh my goodness, there's so much foam in here. I feel like I'm having a bubble bath. It's like a chickpea bubble bath. I think most of the things that are falling out are like the skins, which is okay. You can eat the skins though. Alright, that's pretty rinsed. Sometimes I rinse it like 10 times. I can get a little out of control. You're learning? Yeah, I guess we're all kind of learning. Well, have you ever made hummus before? Is this going to be useful for you? Do you even like hummus? Every once in a while people don't like hummus, and I think it's very strange because what's not to like, but it happens now and then. Okay, what else? I know that this food processor has other parts. Oh, here we go. I just kind of reorganized recently, so I'm learning where everything is in my kitchen again. Out! Out! Who do you think you are? Out! The hell? The hell? Did you see that? My dog just came right into the kitchen. Like she's allowed or something. You enjoy hummus? Alright. Well, if you enjoy hummus but you don't enjoy spending a lot of money on hummus, then this is a trick for you. Okay, so buy your chickpeas dry, soak them overnight, cook them, rinse them really well, and then put them in a food processor. Do you have a food processor? You can do it in the blender too, I bet. I always use the food processor because that's like the standard tool for this, but I think if you were in a pinch and you didn't have a food processor, you could easily do this in the blender, especially if it's a high-powered blender. All right, so I'm filling my food processor almost to the top, but I need to leave room for other ingredients, so not all the way. All right, and then everyone makes their hummus different, so you can put whatever you want in it, but I'm gonna tell you like the main things that have to go in no matter what. Salt. You don't want a saltless hummus. Kimmy might like that. She's not a salt person, but I'm a salt person, so I'm gonna go on a limb and say it's a requirement. All right, so salt first. All right, that looks good. And you can always add more later, right? But you can't take away any later. So going easy is okay. So salt is one requirement. Lemon, all hummus has lemon, and it'll help preserve it so that it stays good longer in your fridge too, which is kind of a win-win. So I have this lemon. It looks a little funky, but it is probably okay. These are homegrown by my dad. He has a lemon tree. I think he might have 2 lemon trees. So he provides me with all my lemon needs. He provides me with more than my lemon needs, to be quite honest. Sometimes I can't even use all the lemons. I've frozen some before into little lemon cubes for future use, which is a trick you can do if you have lemons that aren't gonna survive. All right, so I'm gonna start by squeezing half of a lemon. I think that's gonna be plenty, but I'll taste it and I can add more if that's not enough. Compost that. Kiwi, do people compost in Canada? Just curious, because I don't know. Never asked Kimmy that. Okay, so I put salt and I put lemon. And the third main ingredient that you cannot make hummus without is tahini. So I'm gonna get that out now. Where are you, tahini? Oh, it's hiding. Oh my gosh, what if I'm out of tahini? Then all this is just ruined. This whole plan. Where are you? Oh, here it is, I found it. Okay, everything's fine, everyone. Phew, don't be concerned, I found it. This is the tahini I have. I like the raw tahini, not the toasted one. All right, so I'm gonna scoop this tahini out, even though it's really hard. It's like, you know, sometimes you get that peanut butter and after you put it in the fridge, it's like almost impossible to scoop up. That's kind of how this feels. So tahini is basically peanut butter, but instead of peanuts, you use sesame seeds to make it. Okay, here we go. I'm just gonna put a big old scoop of that. Maybe even a little more than that, because this is what makes it taste hummusy, I think. All right, so the tahini's in, the salt is in, the lemon is in. Those are the main things, so I'm gonna start blending it. But some of the other things people put in are garlic, cayenne, cumin. Oftentimes cumin is added, but you can add kind of anything you like. Okay, this is gonna be loud. Okay, it's looking good. Can you see it? I think you can see it. I'm gonna move this. So I'm gonna turn it off because I feel like, okay, that's good. That's really tasty. So oftentimes people put olive oil in it. I think almost every hummus you buy in the store probably has olive oil. But I'm just gonna put a tiny bit of olive oil because I don't think it needs that much because the tahini is already a fat. So it already gets that like kind of creamy consistency from the tahini. So I'm just gonna add like a tablespoon of olive oil only. When you get it in the store, it has a lot of olive oil in it, but I get a lot of fat in my diet already, so I don't really need that much. so I'm gonna put some spices in. So I don't usually make things too spicy because, sorry, I'm trying to adjust you if you're wondering what's going on. I don't make things very spicy because I'm a spice wuss, but when my parents make their hummus, I think they put a lot of cayenne in because it's really spicy, but they really like spicy food. So if you like spicy food, I would make yours with cayenne. I like garlic, it's my favorite, so I'm gonna put a lot of garlic in. I'm just using garlic powder instead of fresh garlic because I'm lazy, but it definitely tastes better with fresh garlic. And then cumin. I'm gonna put cumin because I like cumin. Also, look how much cumin I have. It's a little bit ridiculous. Just a tad ridiculous. Okay. Let's take this little spout out again. That should be good. It doesn't need to be that much to be able to taste it. Okay. I'm gonna run this again, so it might be loud. Oops, there's one in there that was stuck to the lid and it didn't get blended, so let's do it again. Alright, so I'm gonna taste it. I think it's good, but I do think it could use a little salt, so I'm gonna add a little more salt. I think for Kimmy, this would be perfect if we were just making it for Kimmy, but since we're making it for me, I want it more salty. Also because I tend to use hummus not as a dip for chips, which are already salty, but as a dip for veggies, which aren't salty at all. So I think it depends what you're gonna use it for. All right. That's it. That's how you make hummus. How easy was that? If you decide to make it, I would love to hear how it goes. And you can contact me through wherever you're watching this video, or you can email me at vegandollhouse@gmail.com. I'm not super good about email, but I check it every couple days. Anyway, yeah, that's it. That's hummus. So I think I'm gonna have hummus wraps for dinner. I'm just gonna take a tortilla and put a bunch of hummus in and then shredded veggies because it's a fast and easy dinner and it's kind of healthy considering I just got back from a vacation of junk food. All right, anyway, I'll see you later. Thanks for joining.